name is Angelo Camiling. I'm 24 years old and I live in Melbourne. And on my spare time, I play fighting games, poker, and I make YouTube videos for another company as well. Originally, when I came to Australia, I was an international student. But a few months after that happened, the rest of my family got our permanent residency. And then about 2 years ago, I got my Australian citizenship. Back when I was a kid, every year we used to go to the Philippines. And in the Philippines, there's a very, very big arcade scene for fighting games, especially Tekken. So Tekken was one of my first games. I got into it because I saw all these people, be all technical about the game, and it just really, really intrigued me. Favorite character in Tekken is Hieu, because he was different, and he's a wrestler, and wrestling was a big thing as well for me in my childhood. Street Fighter now, in my opinion, is a lot easier to get into now in terms of all the fighting games available. It's the one that's played the most as well, so it's easy to find competition for it. The whole Shadowloo Showdown deal, I learned about it through a friend of mine who used to work one of the arcades here in Melbourne. She told me that, if you think you're good enough, you could always come down and fight guys who think they're good enough. And so I came down when they had their headquarters back in Footscray. Played a little bit, found out that, I could compete with some of these guys. I'm good enough to be in the middle. I'm still not the best, but I'm good enough to be up there. I'm getting better. I reckon I'm getting better as time goes by. The fighting game scene here in Melbourne is probably the most welcoming in terms of the other fighting game scenes I've seen. The arcade scene in the Philippines, they're sort of extremely competitive, where all they want to do is beat other people. But that's fair because they're spending money to play the game. Whereas the fighting scene here, because it's mainly on consoles rather than arcade machines, there's no real spending of money, so it's more relaxed. It's extremely welcoming. The Shadowloo guys have been amazing. When I first started off, the first guy to actually welcome me to the scene was Ali, and he's the guy who runs the whole show. The word Shadowloo has just kept influencing the scene to the point where whenever somebody new hears about it, all they want to do is jump in on it because they think it's so cool. They started with just Street Fighter and Tekken. They moved on to get Ultimate, Marvel, Killer Instinct. They started bringing out, Smash as well. Smash was never a thing for Shadowloo until last year. And now we've got, for Melee, they've got just about as many players playing Melee this weekend as they do have Ultra Street Fighter 4. If you want to know how good you are, Shadowloo is the place to go, because it's the one that's streamed all over the world. It's the one people from outside Australia sort of watch to know how Australian players play. It's sort of, it's the event to put you on the map.